3 million albums, 7 days, one unstoppable force rewriting history. Stray Kids didn't just release an album, they launched an era, and the world is still catching its breath. The story begins in August 2025. Stray Kids dropped their fourth full-length Korean album, Karma, and in just a week they sold over 3 million copies, instantly setting the highest first-week sales record of the year. Headlines around the world blazed with the numbers. 3 million albums on Hanteo, a 7th consecutive Billboard 200 debut at #1, and the first group ever to start their career with 7 straight chart-topping entries. In nearly 70 years of the Billboard 200, no act had ever pulled off a streak like this. Stray Kids didn't just tie the legends, they surpassed them. And this is where our story begins. Before we go deeper, if you're a stay or just discovering this journey, make sure you subscribe to HallyuOrbit. Almost 90% of our viewers aren't subscribed yet, and joining us means you won't miss the next chapter of stories shaping K-pop's global rise. Karma isn't just another album, it's a statement. After years of building a career from the ground up, Stray Kids leaned into the very sound that critics once mocked. Their self-produced noise music, born from the 3 RACHA unit of Bang Chan, Changbin, and Han, turned detractors' insults into a badge of honor. As Teen Vogue once put it, they owned it. Noisy, bold, unapologetic. And fans known as STAYs embraced it fully. This sound carried them from survival show underdogs to filling stadiums worldwide. By the time Karma arrived, Stray Kids had just wrapped their Dominate World Tour. 54 shows, 34 cities, and 27 stadiums, including France's Stade de France, where 120,000 fans gathered, the largest K-pop crowd the country had ever seen. That tour became the inspiration for Karma's central theme. Good karma comes back when you've put in the work. The concept of Karma is sports, but not ordinary sports. In teasers, each member transformed into a champion athlete in a futuristic 2081 tournament. Hyunjin wielding a fencing blade, Felix sprinting down the track, Bang Chan powering through as a quarterback. Every scene symbolized resilience, discipline, and victory. In the ceremony music video, Stray Kids appeared as Music League champions, performing in an Olympic-scale arena. The visuals weren't just aesthetics, they were a metaphor. Stray Kids battling through competition, proving themselves again and again, and finally standing triumphant on the world stage. And triumph came quickly. On day 1, Karma sold over 2 million copies in South Korea alone, a double million seller in 24 hours. By day 7, that number climbed past 3 million, making Karma the first album of 2025 to achieve triple million sales in a week. It instantly secured a spot among the top 10 best-selling first-week K-pop albums in history. In the US, the album debuted with over 313,000 units, including nearly 300,000 in pure sales. Stray Kids' biggest American sales week ever. But the real headline was their streak. 7 albums, 7 #1s. Even BTS had topped out at 6. Western bands like Linkin Park never managed it. For Stray Kids, it meant not just commercial success, but historical immortality. But numbers alone don't explain why the Karma era exploded. To understand that, we have to look at the viral moments that carried it beyond the fandom. In the ceremony music video, fans got the shock of their lives. As the final chorus thundered, the camera cut to a familiar face. Faker, the legendary League of Legends champion, delivering his iconic pose. In an instant, gaming forums and K-pop timelines collided. The GOAT of esports in a Stray Kids MV. Memes, reaction clips, and headlines lit up the internet. Even non-fans couldn't resist clicking. It was an unexpected crossover that turned the comeback into a pop culture event. Felix, a gamer himself, later admitted how honored they were to feature Faker. Fans immediately began speculating, would Stray Kids be tapped for a future World's Anthem? Was this the beginning of a K-pop x esports alliance? That question lingered like an open door, keeping audiences buzzing. Beyond cameos, Stray Kids leveraged social platforms masterfully. TikTok launched a global #Karma campaign offering fans missions and hidden rewards tied to the album. Dance challenges for ceremonies spread in dozens of countries, blending official choreography with fan creativity. In just days, the hashtag racked up millions of views. With over 31 million TikTok followers, Stray Kids didn't just rely on fans, they turned the platform into a marketing machine. The result was a feedback loop. Viral content drove curiosity, curiosity drove listens, and listens drove even more viral content. The global press took notice. Rolling Stone, Billboard, and Yahoo News covered their achievements, framing Stray Kids as the new leaders of K-pop's fourth generation. Polls showed Karma beating Western megastars in favorite new music votes. Suddenly, conversations about K-pop's globalization weren't just about BTS. They were about Stray Kids carrying the torch forward. For casual viewers, it was a story of underdogs turned champions. For fans, it was validation that every album purchase, every stream, and every vote mattered. But every era comes with debate, and Karma had its share. When YouTube Music tweeted, "Stays are about to eat twice in 1 week" to promote Stray Kids remix singles, the capitalization of twice sparked a firestorm. Onces felt it disrespected the girl group, accusing the platform of favoritism. Arguments spread across fandom lines, pulling Stray Kids into an unintended clash. While the group stayed silent, the incident revealed the tensions inside K-pop's competitive ecosystem, proof that success often draws scrutiny. Another controversy erupted when Bang Chan appeared in a teaser for the B-side Creed wearing a bandana and tank top. Some accused him of cultural appropriation, mistaking the bandana for a durag. Black fans quickly stepped in to clarify the difference, defending Chan and dismissing the claims as overblown. The debate fizzled, but it highlighted how every detail of a comeback is dissected in real time and how fiercely stays protect the group from unfair criticism. Meanwhile, fans engaged in more positive debates. Theories about the Karma coins in the MV sparked speculation. Were they metaphors for trophies and awards? Was the futuristic 2081 setting a hint at Stray Kids' vision of lasting dominance? Easter egg hunters connected visuals back to past MVS, suggesting a storyline uniting eras. Others dissected tracks like Bleep, banned by KBS for being too confrontational, which only fueled curiosity and streams. And then there was 0801, a heartfelt fan song gifted on the 7th anniversary of Stay, with its own special music video. These moments deepened emotional investment, giving the era layers of meaning that extended beyond numbers. Think about it. 3 million sales can impress anyone, but it's the emotional payoff, the joy of victory, the vindication of overcoming doubt, the thrill of hidden lore that keeps fans engaged long after release week. As Karma climbed charts, more milestones followed. #1 on iTunes across dozens of countries, record streams on Spotify, features on global soundtracks from Deadpool and Wolverine to Netflix's Arcane. Stray Kids weren't just idols anymore. They were collaborators, entertainers, and now international icons. Each crossover expanded their reach from Hollywood to gaming, and with every stage appearance, from stadium tours to press conferences, their message remained consistent. Their good karma had finally come back around. The journey closes where it began. A group of 8 young men who once busked on Sydney streets now stand as the best-selling K-pop act of the year. Their leader Bang Chan summed it up best: "The choices I make now shape my destiny. The reason we've come this far is our hard work and one shared dream." It's a line that could serve as the thesis of the Karma era. Hard work, shared dreams, and now a legacy in the making. So what does karma really mean? To fans, it's justice for years of dedication. To critics, it's proof that Stray Kids' so-called noise music is the sound of a generation. To the music industry, it's a signal that the new leaders of K-pop are here. They're not going anywhere. And that brings us to you. After watching this, do you believe Stray Kids have entered a new golden era with Karma, one that could redefine the future of K-pop worldwide? Share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear your theories, and remember, more than 90% of our viewers aren't subscribed yet. Don't miss the next chapter of HallyuOrbit, where we'll uncover the stories shaping the artists you love.